Sure, it's not that bad. You made it to plat, you're probably doing pretty well. Alright. So Mr. Tex, just to give you some background on him, he's been around for a while. He's been around for I don't even know how long. It's been pretty long. Months. Months and months. I think he came around like last November or something. It's been a while with him. And you can't watch the stream unless he turns it. Well, I don't know if he's tried it on the low quality, but I didn't know about the quality settings. Right clicking, I thought that was only partners. So he didn't know about that. Isn't able to run the stream on it. Yeah. It's a big issue that he's having. And he just watches my YouTube videos. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be streaming this for him, and since he can't watch this, uploading the whole YouTube and adding it to my game analysis series that I started. I think it has 7 videos in it now. It might be even more. I have a few extra videos I have to put up, and I'll actually upload one of those after this. But he's gonna be playing Evelynn jungle this game, and the team he's going into is kind of hard. Like if you look at where he's gonna be ganking, look at his ganks. He's gonna be ganking Blitz and Caitlyn. That's a pretty good lane. They're gonna be playing safe most of the time. They're just gonna have to hard initiate on the back of them. If you're looking, there's Rengar. It's gonna be hard to kill because he can stealth. And when he's stealthed, he can see Evelynn in stealth. He's kind of a counter there. Not too bad, but that'll still be an issue. Cassidy can jump out because Evelynn doesn't have any hard CC. Not any silences, nothing. You guys are slow, not too much. And then we got Pantheon, and with Pantheon, he can just stun you as soon as you pop out of your stealth and he sees you. You auto attack him, whatever. I'm guessing he's gonna go AD, but guessing that he's gonna go AD. So that means the Pantheon is gonna have a lot of fun jumping on him. Thanks, Death. I'm trying to do these to help people out because I do this like I'll just spectate people and think about it. I was actually thinking about getting into shoutcasting, but did this change? Shoutcast for fun. Lenzer says, "Grats on Plat 1." Thanks, Lenzer. A little bit to get back there, but actually looking to get back my diamond promo. I lost my diamond promo, and then after that, I don't know if I was playing on tilt or what. I'll have to let you guys let me know. I feel like I was playing like decently still. Just had really bad luck after the promo, and then in the promo I had those 2 AFK games. That really set it. I'm working my way back up now, and just gonna focus on Tex this game and about what he's doing. They had really great shops out of Fizz and out of Tex right here. They both made it into the enemy base by 40 seconds. A little dangerous to be here, but the new reduction in the warding totems, he could actually safely drop a ward in there. Did he see this? Let's see what he got first. He got his Q. Yeah. When she walks that close, get an exclamation point over your head as Evelynn. What's up? Yeah, don't even worry about it, Cat-Eyed Liar. I read it improperly, so I read it improperly. You might have mixed up some words. I don't even know. We'll call it a draw and just say it never happened. Alright, so Tex is going home right here. That's okay. He'll make it back in the lane. He's got 30 seconds. 130 is perfect. So he's got to leave right now. He'll go to his blue. He is going to his blue. That's a good call. He'll make it there at about 157. He'll be right here at 157. So, well, maybe 157. I don't know how fast it is. His movement speeds. No, but he's pretty quick. Be about 157. And then if he wants to leash it, he'll do it with a... So he could have leashed that with a smite, but it was up for 2 seconds. 157 he initiated. That's no big deal. Drop a health potion there. Good job. Then smite right now. I don't know if he's not smiting. Okay, he smited a little late. I have to pause this and write that down for him. I'm gonna write down everything. I gotta get reorganized here. I got all my shit. I haven't done a game analysis in a few days, so alright. I'm gonna get down Mr. Tex. Start a new page for him. Mr. Tex. This is E. We're gonna say he had good build order. The only thing I would say is when he was over here, I would say put a ward in this bush. If you're there, like he was here at 42 seconds, and especially in bronze because right now he's bronze 2. Nobody's gonna be here really. I mean, majority of the people aren't even gonna have finished shopping at 30 seconds. So this is gonna be a really good way for him. A really good way for him to get good vision in their jungle. And since the trinket is now up at 30 seconds, maybe add a ward here, and then it'll be up pretty quick. I'm gonna write that down. Just warding on the stealth invade. This is soft invade. He wasn't trying to steal anything. I'm gonna put warding on soft invade. And then slightly late smite. I'll go back because I'm looking what I actually said. I am looking at what you said, Turtle, and I'll check that in a second. Smited slightly late, but that was really good. The way he rotated right there. If you saw him rotate over to his blue, he knew immediately what to do. And let's see. I'm gonna play this back through with the blue. If you look at his smite here. 390 damage. Watch that get to 390. Watch how long it takes. He can smite right now. And obviously he didn't. He can smite right there. He wouldn't have gotten XP. So I'm gonna put that down as just a slight misplay. It's not a big deal. He's still popping health potion. I'll pop one more right now. Good job. He's doing everything well so far. Definitely better than most bronze 2 junglers. So a lot of potential. So, but we, you know. And this is warded. He doesn't know it. Ward's gonna expire. They took the red. He's gonna clear these, and then he's gotta do his wraiths, maybe his gold. He's gotta clear these quick. Oh, he's gotta do wraiths. He also got pressure mid. He's gotta do wraiths right here. I don't know where he's going. He's going to their red. It's kind of smart. I mean, if I was the Rengar, I would have my red cleared already, but this guy doesn't have his red cleared. Shit. If he goes up right here, that's a slight misplay. You gotta do something. Gotta do something, Ted. The lane's not gonna push on its own right now. You gotta go do something. Yeah, Kali wasn't quite an XP stick. He just lost half his health by standing. And this is a little too aggro here. You got to see that and peel off. He lost the chance to steal the red. I think he's gonna go there now afterward. So I'm gonna put down that he stayed mid too long. Stayed mid to cover, so it's fine. But stayed mid to cover too long. Even the taxing wasn't too bad. I know what you're saying, Turtle. It was good taxing. I mean, like, he was supposed to cover right there. That was a good cover. But he did tax a little bit heavy. But I'm not gonna put that on as a misplay just because it's hard. It's hard to judge how much is too many times. And basically all he had to do was kill like 3 or 4 minions, and then the wave would have stopped from pushing. Kind of dangerous. What? Alright. Good counter jungling. You guys see that? I'll pause this real. Go back to 8 here. Oh, okay, well the minion doesn't care. Yeah, he leaves this one minion up right here. Think, why doesn't he kill this minion? This minion's only worth like 15 gold. And when he leaves it here, I mean, I don't even think it's worth it. It's probably worth like 10. When he leaves it here, when Rengar comes up after he's done fucking around here, he's gonna wraiths or whatever when they're gonna come top and kill the golems. There's only gonna be this baby golem left, so the respawn timer isn't gonna kick in until this golem dies. It's not like in Dota, it's a little different. I don't know if you guys play that. In comparison, you can do creep pulling and it spawns at like 30 seconds. Pretty sure it's 30, it might be 60. Dota, but that's how Dota works. And then, like, if this camp is out of vision of this camp at the respawn timer, it'll respawn. I don't know if it's like a shitty coding thing. It's exploit. But in League, it only respawns if it dies. So he leaves that up. Good play. Your little counter jungling done. Doesn't quite make up for his red, and he didn't get any successful game. Alright. Check his goal. I'm gonna fix these around, make sure. And good. And let's check. He's a little bit ahead on CS, and the Rengar is not building properly. That's a good thing. The gold, 1300 versus 1200. Yeah, so he's only got 100 gold. Could have killed. There's the thing, when you're in your jungle, rewind the seconds. Alright, so right now, let me go back, sorry, I was, fast forward this real quick. Dude, what you want to do is you want to clear your jungle efficiently. But he's got a health potion ticking right now. I might actually just... Alright, anyway, he's got a health potion ticking. Just kill these, you're already here, you know? The amount of time that it takes him to run from here to here, this whole distance, he could already have these dead. So, he's basically just running here for nothing. He got no gold. He's not maximized his jungle clear. So I'm gonna write that down. To maximize jungle clear. Like maximize jungle golden clear. Is clear. So I'm gonna put this back in a play here. What he does after. Skipped. I gotta rewind that to see what happened. Alright, he's gonna kill these, and then he had this issue with Caitlyn when on the invade, that he doesn't know quite the range on her passive. You see, he just kind of stood there, and he saw it, like, immediately. This is okay. The flash wasn't needed. Gonna get the kill. He dies too, and then this guy might get. I'm just gonna go back and watch this again, real quick. So let's just check through some of the misplays. We'll go through one more, and this is gonna be for text when he's watching. I'm not gonna write these down, but just real quick, right here. Okay, he doesn't see him. No slow mo. Right here. That's when you run. Do you see this? Start taking off, and you want to run up this way. You run. I don't know if I can show you this, but I'm gonna take a quick screenshot and show you guys what he should do here. And let's see. Over here. Runs to. Alright, so this is what happened. I'm gonna do blue is where he should go. And I'm gonna do well, I don't want to do green because I'll do like a yellowish color where he did. The yellowish is where he did go. This is what he does. He goes like this. That is not yellow, motherfucker. That is the worst yellow I've ever seen in my life. Alright. It wasn't porn or anything. Talking about... It's just this. Boop. Just my Pandora app. It's not on right now. I don't have any porn on my... Probably gonna use... I use I don't want to make it look bad, so... Do orange. What the fuck is this? Alright. They're not gonna do it for real. Alright, so he went this way. And then he went down like this. So he waited, like he delayed this too long. Stood right here too long. What he should do immediately is run like this and then cut straight on that angle. So he wants to get to this tower right here. This is his destination. He wants to get here as fast as possible because he's not gonna fight this. If you fight this, look at his health. Look at the difference. This guy has red buff. He doesn't have red buff. He's a little low on mana. He doesn't have any mana cost. The nice thing is he has no ferocity, so he's not gonna be able to root him. But he's gonna be able to do a decent amount of damage to him, especially with the red buff, and he's slow him. And once he makes it to this bush, this point right here, he's got this much distance on Rengar. So basically, I'm gonna back again. When he gets here, Rengar is gonna be right here. Rengar is gonna close this gap. That's closed. So he's gonna have to bust his ass to get this distance right here. That's where he's in kill zone. Then once you get to here, that's tower range. Really confusing with all blue. Alright, so this is tower range. That's tower range, roughly. So he's got to get from here to here. This is his travel. But what he does is he goes down here. There's no good option here. I can go back and show you. And I won't. Can I do you, Scalpy? Emma? Am I allowed to? No, Emma says I'm not allowed to do you. Maybe next time. Alright, sorry. Yeah, I'll do analysis for pretty much all you guys. Making videos, at least put them on you. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to the focus here. Watch what he does here. Put in, watch the delay on his reaction time. I don't know if it's reaction time or if he's deciding what to do or if he thinks he's gonna stealth or something. It's like a 1 second that he stands there. And this is what I was talking about right here. So, I'm gonna go back, sorry. I do this all the time. And we're gonna just watch it again. I'll put it in slow-mo and watch the reaction time. Put it in slow-mo so you can see it. He sees him and he's like, oh fuck. He takes off. This guy hits a good bola. And then watch his run path. So right here, this is what I was talking about where he had a run path. So he cuts here and then runs up. And this is the gap I was talking about. So once he gets to here, the Rengar's to here, and once he gets to the bush, he's going to close that gap because of the passive here. If you look at this, Unseen Predator, while in brush or stealth, Rengar will leap at the target when using his basic attack. So he's pretty much fucked here. Look at that. He runs down, he's got the red buff, and he's going to slow him. The only thing that saves him is this Fizz, and the Fizz is so he just gets scared of the Fizz. Like, the Fizz has no presence here. He has one ability. Okay, he pops, I think he popped his fucking W. He did. He didn't even dash. Okay, so this is a fight that he can win if he fights it. But he's scared, so he goes in here. And then Hex starts this fight. He does get the kill, so that's okay. Let me get that 24-hour stream, 2 more files. I don't know, girl. Alright, so we're going to go back into fast mode. So you can kind of see what happened there. I'm not going to write that down because that's a pretty detailed build play on what he could have done to avoid that. Avoid the whole thing, he doesn't get a kill, he doesn't die. So, it didn't play out that poorly for him. But it would be better if he did. Crushing him. Yeah, send out on both of them. I mean, like, I could just do the analysis on one person. Why would it matter if they're duo Q though? No, I wouldn't give him communication advantage. Okay, so Emma asked the question, would I be able to do an analysis for someone who's doing a duo queue rather than a solo queue? Yeah, I can still focus on someone's gameplay and their mechanics. I'm not focusing on like what they're doing and like how they're. I can do another 24-hour stream, but I will probably die, and I also have like nothing. Wouldn't be very eventful. Give me streaming for. I don't know. "24-hour stream though, Will? That was fucking fucked." Okay. And he's doing good, just running around. Check his gold. Should be going home. 580 gold is how much. He's gonna take his blue, and maybe he'll give it to Fizz here. Be the good thing to do. And he takes it. And so I'm gonna. I mean, he's low level, so that's okay. I'm gonna put that as a misplay. Drunk stream? I'll do a drunk stream at 500. Oh, that sounds fun. No, he didn't smite it, so there was an equal chance for the Fizz to take it, but Hex is under leveled here, so that's not a misplay by him. Like, see, oh, you know, blue's up, you took it, blah blah blah. Be going to his red, and he really needs to get his jungle item. I'm gonna put that down real quick, and unless he steals this, he's a fuck. Oh shit, son. Oh shit, son. He just stole the fuck out of that. Yeah, he warded it. Called him that ward, homie. Alright, so he saw it. That's why he did it. That was good. That's not a misplay. I'll do a drunk stream as long as Emma promises not to fuck with me and break my video card again. Get drunk, you're gonna start being rambunctious and you're gonna cry and break shit. Alright, so real quick, I'm gonna go back. This is a small misplay. He did a good job stealing that blue. That was good. This is good because he got a potential gank, and then he's like, eh, I'm gonna leave. Play misplay, not going down that. Okay, right here. That's the misplay. Alright, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna show you real quick what happens. Alright, so check this. Right here. This is a misplay. He popped his W. It doesn't show it on here. But he popped his W. Demented. Right here. Evelynn, blah blah blah, active. Evelynn removes all slows and gains 30% movement speed for 3 seconds. Alright? what this does, look at him. See, his passive goes on cooldown here. He's not stealth through this whole area. But he's stealth. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick one here. Boop. I like doing these so Emma can laugh at me all she wants. Emma can do them all she wants. She can laugh at me. Alright, and we're gonna go orange is what he did. This distance. This is how long it took him to re-stealth. So think about if you're a support and what's the time on this game? I don't care. I care what the time. Think about if you're a support. This is your path you're going to be warding. Because you want to ward dragon. You want to ward, like, this bush is usually pinked. This bush is sometimes warded. This bush is warded. And then you've got, sometimes people put wards down here. Fucking in the dragon pit. All that. So there could be a ward here. Could be a ward here. Ward here. Here. Or anywhere in this zone. And then around this area there could be a ward. So these are all potential good vision spots for the bot lane support to put a ward on. This is for mid lane, for mid, so it's not really bot lane. But look at all these. This is like the most heavily warded zone in the whole map, especially around this time zone. Like, you're gonna hit Baron and then have a ward spike in it. But he brings himself out of stealth for 30% movement speed for 2 seconds. So that's really not worth it because the whole advantage to Evelynn, there are no wards here. So saying someday that's gonna fuck him really hard. But the whole advantage of Evelynn is she can stealth through all the wards, so she doesn't have to worry. Does that make sense? So if she starts here, I'm not drawing things. I'm gonna. Oh fuck! My bad. My bad. I'm an asshole. All right. Here we go. Boom! Look at that. All right, so I can redo that in my head. I forgot to change the scene. So we're good. The blue is the wards, and the orange is the path. So this is the path that he took. This is where unstealthed. Pop his W. This is where he re-stealthed. And the blue is everywhere with a marked ward. So this is a potential ward. The potential ward. This is potential ward. This is most likely warded. Or not warding. And then this is sometimes a ward. So this is a really heavy ward path. Anywhere in here could be ward. And then anywhere in the pit. Like, they put a ward here or something. They put a ward here. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, this is the potential of... Can you see me drawing? I don't know what's wrong with it. Why I wouldn't show. Alright. We're good? And that's why you don't want to use your W to run through there. Because if it's warded, you're in trouble. Go back to the screen here. And I'm going to put it back into play. But this whole distance, like, there's no wards right now, but there could be. Actually, are wards here. So there are these 2 wards. This one probably saw him. Then he's going B right here. But I'm going to put it back into play, and you can see what happens. He's re-stealthed when he comes into the big wards. And he's going in, just Jinx. 2v2. It's a fine initiate. Gonna get that kill. Oh, maybe not. She popped heal. See what he's doing. I don't think he should dive here. He has his ulti. There you go. Kind of rough. He's gonna die. Okay, so I'm gonna rewind and just see what happened there. Put in slow motion. He has his ulti up. I don't know why he doesn't ulti right now. That's where you ulti. Like, if she's getting away like that, or even ulti here. Like, check the range. All right. The ulti here. Anything like. Boom. Ulti. Ulti. Don't tower dive that deep. And then run backwards. I don't even think he ulted, did he? Did. Okay, so he just didn't utilize his ult there. It is up. He's level 6. And he should be getting his jungle item here. But I'm going to put that down. Just using the stealth. Using W. Using W when just traveling. Not for any specific reason. W when traveling. Double click himself over. And then I'm gonna do another one. Alt. To finish Caitlyn. He doesn't tower dive there. He lives. Diving. All right. Oh, I'm still in 0.5 because I'm And he's chilling to wait for Mobies. See, that took, well, I'm not gonna rewind it, but that took a long time. So if he does that again, I'll put it down as a misplay. But just taking a while to shop. Taking a while to shop. I think it took him 20 something seconds at least. I had him four times, and it was at least 5 seconds he stood. He was waiting for the Mobies, which is okay, but then he stood there for an extra probably 2 or 3 seconds at least after he bought the Mobies. I personally wouldn't buy Mobies, but that's a preference. It kind of lowers his damage. I mean, it lowers his combat effectiveness, but it makes his... You can see he's doing this? Alright. I'm gonna show you just real quick. He's going into warded territory. And he's popping his... There, so when he goes to stealth, he's gonna re-stealth like right here. He'll re-stealth right now. But he pops his W instead, so he walks up on this ward. He removes the whole thing. I'm gonna check this. W when traveling gets 2 checks. He removes the whole thing. He has his ulti up again. I don't know why he's not ulting. Could have killed the Caitlyn with ulti right. Dies anyway. That's yeah, you can get tabbies, you can get mercs. Sometimes you can get spell pen depending how you build. That's fine. We're gonna go back in on him, checking just to see if they were there, and doing the golem's not a bad idea. I mean the white camp, that's not a bad idea. Should be dropping his ward. You get warded, right? Ward it? I think he wants to do it. He doesn't have smite, so this is a misplay. Alright, so what I'm gonna say, look at his teammates. He's got a Jinx down here going B. He has no one else around him. Fizz is over here. Fizz is like on his way to do raids, look. I mean, to do wolves. Doesn't give a fuck. He might be coming up here, actually. And then Lux is the only person on his team potential to come help him. Lux is like 15 seconds out, so he's gonna be half health before Lux even gets in range to cast a spell over the wall. If you look at this, he's got health potions. Could have already popped one. He's gonna actually do. Doesn't have smite, so I'm gonna put this down as a misplay. Doing dragon without team, you gotta ping it ahead of time, probably 10 or 15 seconds ahead of time. Like, hey, I want to do dragon, guys, blah blah blah, and then get them all on board. We're just going in for a dragon, unless it's really hard to do. So I'm gonna put down doing dragon without team. Doing drag without team. And also no smite, so doing dragon without team and no smite anyway. I'm gonna put this in play and you can see what happens. See if I'm right. Kinda he realizes his mistake. Oh, maybe not. Keeps going in. He's at half health now. This is what I was talking about before the Lux came. Jinx canceled her B. And look at how low he is right now. This is why you don't do dragon early unless you have full team. But the Blitz sees him. It's not warded, but he doesn't know. He just comes up. He's probably coming up to ward it, like derp a derp. I'm coming forward. And then he sees Jinx running up. He's like, what the fuck is this? So he sees Jinx fly by. What's going on over here? So look at his health. And I wouldn't be surprised if he dies. He should die. Should have initiated on that. And he used to ward up here. I would have set the ward down. That's a pretty big misplay. Delays Jinx's B. Jinx is getting up. Okay, don't get Bork on Jinx. Anyway, you can get a second, but get you need a Bloodthirster, or at least yeah, sword. Doesn't seem like it, but if you take it back, that death right there was caused by Lux getting pulled into the dragon pit and then pressured up out of the river through the top path here by the dragon star. So inadvertently and unintentionally, he just killed Lux. Doesn't seem like it, but the 80 carry just got a kill because he's pretty shitty. Not really. Like, I'm not gonna say that's his fault. Lux probably could have gotten away from it, but she would have never even been in the situation if he didn't try to do it. There's a bunch of stuff that can go on. Like just a little snowball effect. Gonna get that kill. Let's see if he picks up 2. He's gonna get 2 off this. He's gotta get 2. There's no way. Nice. That was a good gank. It was a... Is that a tower dive? I think it was a tower dive before. I'd put about vision as well. He knows Kate and Blitz were sent to base. Should be back soon, and he had no vision of anyone but top. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I wouldn't have ever done that dragon. I would have just warded the dragon and then left. And I'm gonna rewatch this again. I wouldn't have done dragon for sure. I'm gonna check real quick. He comes in, he sees this, and I'm gonna see if they're actually going for a tower dive here. Tower pop his W to run faster. Watch when he pops his W. He pops it to run faster, so put another star next to that. Pop your W to run faster. Don't pop your W to stick after you initiate, but it's okay. Like at this point, they're already committed. So it's okay, but I'm just gonna put a star because he popped it up here. If this was boarded, they would have possibly could have given his game. That's okay. Like this is what gets in the. He ults. That's a good ult. She fucks up her jump back and then she auto attacks him for now. Good counter gank by him. That's a really great thing. Picked up a double kill where they probably wouldn't have lost anything before. They definitely would have lost turret. So he turned a 2 for 0, or I mean a 1 for 0 and a turret. Not a good idea. His health. He wants to do dragon. He wants to do dragon. He has no mana and no health. He does buy a ward. This is a good ward spot. But just to show you guys, I would ward right here, a little bit deeper. So if this is warded, like this is a good ward, but they're not here. It's gonna show like to here. Good. But if you put it up here, it's gonna show all the way up into the blue buff. It's gonna show everything. It's gonna show to here. Show all this. And it's gonna show like it'll give you the respawn timer on blue and let you know when they're doing it. It's better to put it in this blue. You want to steal. This is a good spot. And he puts it here. Just using this to get a little vision patch here. Not bad. I would put a ward here. You know. Not a huge misplay, but this doing this dragon is a. See, they're doing it right on top of a ward, so Caston's like, fuck you, man. I'm gonna put doing dragon without team again. Smite's up this time, but so low, so I'm gonna put this down again. So low for dragon. He's really wanting a dragon fight, and if he wants a dragon fight this badly, he's got to try to ask his teammates to group up. So once you get all 4, go and you push an objective. So in this exact situation, this guy's dumb. He doesn't have any jungle item, and he's gonna get crushed because I bet he has no armor. Okay. So if they really want to do this dragon, what he needs to do is he needs to pull. Well, the Akali's back here because the Fizz went up to cover. Pull the Akali in. Pull the Akali. Pull in bot lane. Try to 4-man take this tower. So you try to take the tower. Like you want to get at least 1 kill. Then you tower dive for the kill, whatever, and then you take the turret, and then you fall back as 4 to the dragon. That's when you can do the dragon because you have 1 dead. And you're gonna be able to safely 3v4 if they come up. And worst case scenario, you can 4v4. But you're gonna be able to have a better chance of getting dragon. The damage is gonna be there, so you're gonna take less damage. Hopefully, you're gonna be higher health because he was only about a 3rd, 4th health when he goes. I want to see how this plays out. I'm not gonna watch Tex. Tex is gonna go home. This guy's like, yo man, this fucking dragon's crazy. Fucking crazy, man. This guy's a fuck. Man. My Tex should have gone home there. Cancelled his beast, so he basically baited himself out of that. There's no way that Caston would be able to do that. Dragon was at like 90%. No way that's gonna happen. So, I'm not gonna put that down. I think he knows that. Well, I'm gonna put down just, no, I'm not gonna put that. He'll understand. When he watches it, he'll understand. But that's not like a recurring thing. Now is when, like if he went B when he originally did, he'd be right here right now. He'd be already up here. Pop his W. Having your W here is safe. That's fine. No wards. And he could be right here. Very nice steal by Lux. Lux with the pimp steal. I wouldn't go in on this. He doesn't have his ulti. But if he has his ulti, that's a perfect ulti for him. Doesn't have it, so he has to clear a camp. I would just clear the shit out. Even though it's warded, he doesn't know it's warded, so the proper thing to do would be either clear raids or clear. A wild Tina has. And watch, this is what I was talking about. Right here, watch. When I said it's really hard to gank Caston, I think this is his alt enemy. Oh, it's. Oh, he's gonna walk away. He's not even gonna do anything. I thought he was gonna jump away. He's like, no. Dragon's a noob. Report Dragon for not killing Caston. We got conservation stacks out the ass, so I've been watching. I haven't been commenting because he's been pretty decent. See, what could he have done there? Possibly. Oh, go slow-mo here. See if there's anything he could have done to avoid this. Going up here, he's safe if he goes up here. You're safe, Tex. But someone pings. Pops his W. Pop your W to move. I'm gonna put this again. Pop your W to move. There's a good chance if you saw them coming through here, there's gonna be wards in there. So anyway, they see him. Watch. I'm gonna go back just real quick. 2 times this shit. I'm gonna speed it up. Blah blah blah, and then we're gonna go slow again. Watch him come in, and watch the Kassadin turn. Okay. The Kassadin's going down. He's like, oh fuck that, this guy's dead. Turns are coming back in. He wouldn't have even. He would have been down here by then. He would have had to use his ulti. Not a huge deal. Yeah. I don't think there's a lot he could have done to avoid that. He shouldn't have popped his death. Should have cleared because he had. Makes sense that he's going down. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna go back in the. He really needs to clear his stacks though. He's had 80 stacks for quite a while. We'll put conservation stack management. I talked to him about this before. The general rule, conservation stacks. General rule with conservation stacks is if you have above 40, you want to clear a camp. If you have below 40, you're free to gank. You can keep farming if you're below 40, but it takes 2 minutes to fully stack any item here. Oh, PKK. Let me see. Sorry. See if that helps. Buffering. Alright. Back in. Yeah. It helps, man. I don't know when that happened either. But, Hitorisho, that's one of my mods. He has issues with their internet too. And suggested it, and I looked at it, I'm like. Because before it was only giving me quality, like downscaling options if I had 100 viewers or more. That was, you know, being a relatively new streamer. Pretty rough. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I saw him die there. The reason he died is because he went in on a fight that was completely lost. I'll rewind it just to show you real quick what happened. And that's not what. Alright, he pops his W to move again. I'm just gonna star that because he keeps doing that into. Alright. We're going in. See, he sees that die. Pantheon is 3-1. That's not too bad, but once he gets a brutalizer, he's gonna do a shit ton of damage. Yeah, Nana mentioned it the other day. That's no big. Yeah, for you guys on YouTube too, if you're watching my stream and you have stream issues with quality being too high and buffer rates and all that, you can right click the video and then there's a quality option. Alright, so this fight, he needs to just run. It looks like he has the upper hand because, oh man, look at, I'm getting him, but he hasn't even turned yet. So you get a teleport coming in, even if he did turn right there, and you don't need the Kassadin. He can undertake. Kassadin's gonna wall jump it. But that's just avoiding that fight. Keep you alive. Down using W here is fine. And once again, he re-stealths. Like for example, if he was to use W right here, it takes away his whole map presence because they can see exactly where. If they have a ward. And Lego, can you spectate my game? I might do Vi Jungle. I'm in the game right now. Why do you play with idiots, Turtle? Pretty vague. Doing good. Clearing. Got his conservation stat. Is that 46 or? In a second here. Okay, no, his stacks are good. Doing a good job. He's rushing the Bork, which is smart. Yeah. AP, but you go AD Evelynn in. And another thing about when he stays in his stealth for longer, what's up, Simon? Another thing, when he stays in his stealth, it gives you a free chalice. Like, 1% of her max mana every second. Basically a free chalice. And look how much mana he regens. He's stealth and watch his mana. Tick tick. It's okay. Like, I'm gonna put down. That's just the biggest highlight so far of what I'm seeing Evelynn from him. No reason for him to be pushing this. Should be farming. Farm your jungle minions. Better gold anyway. I mean, it's not better gold, but if you're splitting CS with the mid laner. Yeah. There is something you can do that's kind of cool with Evelynn. You can go B when you're unstealthed, and stealth you while you're going. Alright, so if you watch, I'm going to put a star next to maximizing jungle clear. 2 stars. He skipped the wolves again. For some reason, he doesn't like the wolves. I don't know what it is. Maybe sometime in his head he died to wolves, and you know, it's just ingrained. He's like, no, I don't like the wolves. That one time, oh no. But wolves they're good gold. They're not too hard to kill, and wasting time by skipping them. You want to make sure that you can top that. Like right now, watch a Baron come on. Crazy. Let's do Baron. Crazy calls. I don't think he'll do that. Block it. Okay, he didn't block it. Crazy kids. Alright, he wants to use a Bork. Not Bork. Headless. Anyway, he's leaving. The guy's like, I don't want to fuck with you. Is that supposed to help with buffering rate, or is it visual change on the computer? I don't know. I don't know why it's buffering. Get 2 megabytes per second download. I don't know. I get I mean, I'm streaming at like 2.5 to 3 bytes per second up. That's what I'm streaming right now. I could turn it down, but I like to keep the quality up. I mean, like, there's downscaling up. I don't know. Nana said that worked for her. I have no way to test it myself. Blue. He's got a lot of wards here. He's got 5 wards potential. Stop warding everything. Must use his trinket though, like. Puts down another one. Okay. Pink's good. And the W right there, again, like, you want to use your W to stick, so I'm going to pause this and show you what her W does. It's going to be for TX too. Alright, W. Evelynn's, oh, that's her passive anyway, doesn't matter. But the run speed helps her gap close to give her, it's basically like Phage procs. Her 8 movement speed for 3 seconds and attacks 4 times. So yeah. He wants to be using these. What the fuck? Spoiler alert. No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. This isn't Game of Thrones. You can't just ruin this shit for me. Let's see how much gold he has. He has 1,500. So what he could do easily here. At 50 something stacks. He's gonna be at 80 stacks probably before he can make it. Should have gone out and cleared 2 camps. He left his blue up when I was there, but he did have some pressing matters mid. I would say just clearing buffs. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Yeah, it's really nice that it removes slowing effect active. You want to use it in combat, definitely. That's when you want to be. Conservation stacks, see, he's just kind of chilling. Gotta drop these stacks up. Caitlyn just took Dragon Bars. Started with Smite, that's fine. Stealth. No. If he ults, that's a miss. Oh my god. Oh my god, they cast it in though. Alright, he's still got a good amount of stacks. He needs to go clear those stacks. And he didn't actually buy anything. Fuck did he? Alright, so he just wastes his 5. I don't know why, but I'm guessing that's a misclick. I don't know. He wants to buy items. Put down that he had 1,600 gold. 1,600 gold, no shop. And what you want to do, I want to pause it, just what you want to do, yeah, I didn't write it down just because it was probably a mistake. I can't imagine that he would want to flash there. when you're at 1600 gold and you're running around and you have 80 stacks of concentration, go clear 2 small camps, you're gonna have enough gold. You're gonna have 200 extra gold. Buy your Bork right there. He could have already had his Bork right now if he just cleared 2 camps either throughout the whole game or just right there at that instant. That's just maximizing your concentration stack and shopping properly. He sees them there. Teleport coming in behind. You can see these things. Kind of just chill. Curious. Oh shit. He's gonna live. He's gonna live, people. He's got 80 conservation stacks. He needs to go clear it. But I'll see you later. Good luck. Oh shit, son. Whoop, whoop. Oh, that was nice. He has his Bork up. He goes in. Yeah, he's healing up at the fountain. Pops his W to take off. He's gonna have it. He's gonna re-stealth it. Oh, he could have blocked that. I think he tried to block it, just missed. I think he's typing. Still has 80 conservation stuff. Still looking at a full 80 here. Red's up. Smite at the small one. Yeah, don't smite the small one. Someone put smite big minion. See if I can get any more positioning stuff. I probably typing sorry. I would assume that he moonwalking. Moonwalking Lux is the OPest bitch. Go clear another camp. You have 50 stacks, homie. That's when I go do wraiths. Go do wraiths right there. He doesn't have to be AP. Her AD bruiser is really good. You go tank after this. Wins. Randuin's. Boom, boom, boom. Triforce is actually really good on her. That's the core builds like Triforce, Randuin's, and she. I mean, obviously the Bork and the Elder. Lost his blue. Put to 70 stacks and see him here. His wraiths are up. Yeah, they just spawn. He could easily go clear his wraith. And put a couple stars next to conservation stack manage. Another highlight here. Fun. Help. Gonna give him a lot more gold. It's also gonna help him because he's not gonna be getting stolen by his enemies. That's not gonna happen. And that's kind of a side effect of. Like if you give Kassadin a blue buff, he's gonna roll through shit. He didn't take it, but that was a really good ult. I don't know if you guys saw that. His Bork's up. He needs to use that. Use your Bork, homie. Use your Bork. Alright, so using Bork, he did really well in that way. But use Bork. I haven't seen him use it yet. And when I say Bork, I mean Blade of the Ruined King. It's active that steals. AP Eve is also viable, but AD Eve is a little, in my opinion. I mean, it's all preference. Alright. He just got some really good momentum, and that might actually turn the game. He's got 1800 gold. That's enough to a decent amount of items here. Took out Chalice? Alright. See what he buys. Picks up a Warden's Man. How much gold does he have left over? 900? Oh, I'm gonna take this back and just. I'm not gonna take it back. He had almost enough for a giant spell. Really huge because that's a really crucial part of Randuin's. And if you think about it with the defensive stats, if magic damage is coming in, he has no resistance to magic damage. There's 2 effective resistance. Well, I mean, there's 3 because you have actives or abilities that help you miss it, like Sivers, Spell Shield, shit like that. You also have, damn! You have all that, and then the base stats that are on every champion have magic resistance, you have health. Those are the only 2 things that will help you absorb damage. And then if you're doing physical damage, you have 2 forms of defense, health and you have armor. let you calculate your effective health. That's gonna be like, I can make that kind of a topic that's highlighted here. If you have 50 armor, get hit with the spell, it's gonna do full damage to you. But if you have 50 health, it's gonna do 50 less of your total health. If you have more. Effective health is 50 higher. But if you have 50 magic resist, and that reduces, I mean, you have 1,000 health, you're taking 1,000 magic damage, you're gonna die. But if you have 50% magic resist, your effective health is 1,000 because it takes 2,000 damage to kill your 1,000 health. So having 1,500 health versus having 1,000 health, 50% mana, not mana. So you're gonna have more effective health with the less health. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but the big thing in World of Warcraft with tanking, stacking health isn't a good idea because it makes you cut like butter. The more health you have, the more armor and magic resist are worth. The more armor and magic resist. They have somebody who's nuking people with AP, build full magic resist, drops you to 0, you need Italy Spear hits you, and you have a Banshee, hits you for 3/4 of your health. Build another item like health on it, health and it's gonna really negate a lot of it. That's what he could be doing. He had enough gold to get that spell, which is a pretty good chunk of health. I don't remember what it is right here. 380 health. That's basically 380 increased effective health. I mean, the effective health is even bigger because he has 46 magic and 30 armor. They'll stack on top of the health. Sound might have hiccups. I don't know. I turned up my my noise gate. So. Alright, let me see. I'll turn my noise gate back down. Alright. And we're just gonna reset the mic real quick. Alright, so I lowered my noise gate. This should be better for you guys. I wanna aim a little more direct here. Alright, this should be better. I had my noise gate really high because there was race cars. Race cars! Trying to keep it down. They were so loud today, they were vibrating and shit. Alright, so hopefully this is better and my voice isn't cutting out. Because this happened to me on stream only one other time. But it should be better now. I don't know, let me know if it isn't. We're just kind of watching him. 31 stacks, he's got to go and drop off some stacks. I'll talk about effective health again in a second. Yeah, the noise gate basically, it has a really low cutoff. Like it tries to silence background noise and shit. But it cuts off the mic, like if there's any... I mean, if there's... It has a high threshold, if that makes sense. Alright, so Tex just kind of got caught out there. He had his ulti up, you want to use your ulti. They're just pinging like crazy. So, I'm going to talk about while they're going through this effective health again. If you have 1,500 health, but you have 50%... Or, sorry, if you have 1,500 health, but you have 0% magic resist, or if you have 1,000 health and you have 50% magic resist, the effective health on the 1,000, like, is 2,000. I'm gonna try to explain it a little different. I don't know, it's hard to explain. If you have 50% magic resist, your basic health, like say you have 1,000 health and you have 50% magic resist, you have 2,000 health against magic attacks. So your effective health versus magic damage is 2,000. If that makes sense. It takes 1,000 damage to kill you, but you have 50% reduced damage, so before the resistance calculation, it has to be 2,000 total damage. So you have to have 2,000 damage coming in, and you reduce it by 50%, and that's gonna give your effective health 2,000. Even though you only have 1,000 health, your effective is 2,000. So I hope that makes sense, and then basically, I was just comparing his items to something that could be a little different. Like, the Randuins, instead of buying, he bought a couple wards and shit like that. He could have even bought, if he didn't have enough gold, but he did, that was the big issue. If he didn't have enough gold, instead of buying the Warden's Mail, he could have bought just the Chain Vest and then the Giant's Belt. That would give him 380 health, and then it would give him, it's it's less defense against armor. Like, it's less armor, less defense against physical, but it's more effective health totally against, it's more effective health versus physical damage champions and versus magic damage. What to do against crit damage, though? I mean, crit damage is reduced also. So if you have 50% reduction to damage and they do a 200% damage boost, they're really doing 100%. Damn, that flash, though. Alright. Let me know if my mic starts acting up. Like, let me know as soon as it does, if it does again. Because it might be an issue. Like, if it's not my noise gate, it might be an actual issue. He needs to run right now. You see the Caitlyn? Just run. He's going back. I don't know what he's doing. Alright, so we're gonna go back and watch that. Watch Tex. Watch him live. Okay. We're watching. Blah, blah, blah. We're watching. Having you get a time. Right here. Alright, so he runs this way. I don't know why. He runs way up here. But right here, she's dead. One auto tech, maybe two auto tech. She's dead. Cassidy, he's gonna die. So, he needs to turn his ass around. Turn your ass around. He didn't use his Bork again. So, you know, this guy would probably die if he used his Bork. He would have been slowed and then would have been a fellow up with a couple Qs. And he's dead. But anyway, I'm gonna put a star next to use Bork. Couple stars. He's been in like 3 fights where he didn't use it. No, but doesn't slow on. Watch his decision making. He goes up. He says, "Nah, it's gonna kill her." So he goes down and just gets popped right in the face. Like, he should have ran. He'd be alive. He wouldn't have any chance at a kill, but he also wouldn't have any chance at a death. Pretty important. Man, these guys are fucking balls deep right here. But he did good, but whew. It's Pantheon. It's raining men, homie. He really needs to turn on that. I don't know what she's like chasing the blitz still. I think she's still chasing the blitz. Oh, she's done now. Yeah, let's see what else he buys. How much gold does he have? He has 1200 health. I mean 1200 gold. If he sells off these wards, that's enough to buy a Spectre's Cowl, and that's going to be the next chunk to his Banshee's Veil, which is the next item he should get here, if he's going defensive. And what the fuck? What did he just sell? He just sold his boots. Okay, he undid the sale. Sell your wards. The tabbies are a good idea, but sell your wards off, and then buy... Yeah, see, he's got the right idea. But he's gonna sell these. I'm gonna give him so much more combat stats. And the Spectre's Cowl also heals you whenever you take a spell damage. Any spell damage. Alright, go back to the item display. He's gonna play in the backlines. He pops his W again. I'm just gonna put another star. I'm gonna stop starring this now because he knows by now. Like, that's gonna be the thing I go over the most. Good ult by Jinx. He doesn't use his Bork again. There's another star for that. He's just got a few bad habits here. Like, if you're looking, he's got a few bad habits. He used... Oh, no, someone else used their Bork. He didn't. That was Jinx's Bork. He got a few bad habits that if he fixes them... Like, I've got 4 things here with multiple stars, but I really don't have that big of a list. So if he fixes these small things, his gameplay will increase pretty dramatically. Because I think this is the most repeat offenders that I've had on the checklist here. Still got the Bork. I mean, using the randoms is important too. It's not quite as important. Bork is really, really big. You got Pantheon. He's full health. He's at full health. He's sitting at 80 stacks again. So conservation stacks. There's another check. And he's just chilling. He's gonna get dunked on. Alright, the W there is good. He gets out. Now taking optimal pursuit angles. See that? So, check his pathing on this. He's defensive, so he'll probably get out of this, but check his pathing, bro. That's a play. I don't know what the fuck is showing him. He stood there too long. Now he's going here. Check his pathing. Like, he went boom, 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 boom. He just kind of did like a fucking, like a squiggle wiggle thing. I don't even know what that was. And then watch right here. What is this? He's free. He's fine. And then he cuts back. Why is he cutting back here? He gets stealth, but the thing is, he's in range for the vision here. So, no reason for that. And then he's got Randuin, so that's gonna slow him. He's slowed by the Randuins. And then he might catch up to this. That might turn into a kill for their team, actually. That's really shitty. Oh shit. Why did he flash? There's a late shield by Lux, but Lux is doing well. Damn, son. He used his Bork. Wait a minute. Let me see. I think he used his Bork there. This is a big step up here. Let's see. I think he uses the Bork. Oh, he uses the Bork. He could have used the Randuins and walked away and lived. But that's good. He used his Bork. That's the first time I've seen him use it all game. So I don't know if he was watching me and if he could hear me talking about it, but it's pretty big. Using your Bork. You saw it, like he was just about to die and then he just sustained out of nowhere. That was his Bork. And a slight misplay by him is he picked up a Quicksilver Sash. If you look, the only real CC they have on their team, they have a short stun from Pantheon, they have a short lock from Caitlyn, and they have the Rengar lock. Why is Banshee's better? If I was there, I'd be thinking Pantheon Rengar equal armor. Well, it's not just Pantheon. So they've got, let me show you here. Like if you go through their team and analyze it, they've got physical damage, pure magic damage, and he's a game changer. And then they've got a super mobile pure magic damage, and then they've got just physical damage. So they have 3 armor champions, and then they have 2 magic damage. And the big thing about this is the Banshees can block spells. So say he gets jumped on by the Pantheon, it's gonna block that stun. Say he gets Blitzcrank gripped just randomly, it's gonna block that. If there's a Caitlyn ult coming in, he has the Banshees up, he can step in front of the Caitlyn ult, the Banshees will block it. Even if it just makes contact with him and he's not even the target, the ult will fly through the air, hit his Banshees, detonate and do no damage. And it actually heals him too. So it's just getting a mixture of the items. That's why you wouldn't go Spirit Visage against this team, because Spirit Visage is more for like sustained magic damage and champions that have good heals. Like if he had double lifesteal and he had a lifesteal passive like Trundle or something like that, then you'd want to go Spirit Visage because it's going to give you more effective health like I was talking about before, because it's letting you lifesteal more. But Banshees makes a difference because, like if a Blitzcrank grip comes flying over the wall and you have a Banshees, it's going to hit you, consume your Banshees, heal you for 150 health over a certain amount of time, and it's also going to put it on cooldown and do nothing. So there's a lot of good advantages to having Banshees, and that's why you watch all the pro games. Every single person on the team gets a Banshees. Yeah, Spirit Visage on Mundo is fucking nasty. The whore. So I'm going to go back into this. But Banshees is going to help it's going to help round his defenses, because like I was talking about before, if he gets a little magic resist, it's going to increase his effective health against all magic damage. So say he has right now 2400 health and his magic resist is pretty low. He has 99 and he has this item here. He has 45 magic resist. So really he only has 54 magic resist. So his magic resist versus armor, he has 200 armor and 54 magic resist. So he has no balanced defense there. And it might not be a bad idea for him to get another armor item, maybe like, I wouldn't say Sunfire Cape, but he'd probably pull off, you know, another thingy item, maybe a Thornmail. Yeah, fucking, man. Feels so nice when you get the fucking, when you eat the alts from Caitlyn. Alright, so he used his Bork. He's getting into some good habits now. He needs to clear with his conservation attacks. He uses W again to run back and forth. And they're just pushing mid. He's kind of just chilling here. He needs to do something, but he sees them mid. He's going in by himself. So there's Fizz here too. It's okay. He ulted. Not a bad ult. Pop the Zhonya. I mean, not the Zhonyas. Pop the Bork. Very nice, very nice. Fizz is doing some plays. He's making some shit happen. And he steps on the trap there. That's alright. I mean, the trap's not a big deal. Buying Quicksilver Sash is a misplay because that's going to be... I'm just going to put it down real quick before I forget. Quicksilver Sash. Quicksilver versus... you've got the Spectre's Cowl. And he built the Quicksilver, but he needed to build the Spectre's Cowl. So I'm going to put little brackets around that. And we're going to go back to him. Fast forward. Heal up. It's nice. He switched his boots to the tabbies, so that's a little bit of a... He realized his build order mistake before, and he switched it over to some tabbies, so that's going to help him out. Yeah, Gangplank, if he's ahead, and especially if he's going Cripplank, he's just going to drop you on your face. One Q is going to do 3/4 of your health. He sees this, see him going with the W, takes out his element of surprise. Like, He needs a run right now. He's gonna die. And that's just knowing your fights. So I'm gonna take that back and show you just what his decisions here are. I'm gonna go back even farther actually. And I'm gonna go fast forward, blah blah blah. And then I'm gonna slow it down and show you in his mind what he's thinking. Cassidon's right here. I can fight Cassidon, I can beat Cassidon. Pops W. I'm gonna need to gap close this. Did he flash too? No, he didn't flash. Okay, Pops W. He runs. He's in the range here, but think what's happening. He doesn't see this. This isn't out yet. Alright. So see what happens here? This guy doesn't ult. He has his ulti up. Like, you know that his ult was only like a 2.5 second cooldown. He plays in slow-mo. Uses Bork. And look at the health here. So he sees that, and then he sees the Pantheon also. He takes off. But right here. Just know this fight. If he doesn't jump away, he's baiting you. If he's losing the fight, he's not gonna stand there and fight you. Like, he's gonna be ulting on top of you or something. If he wants to fight you, he's gonna be using his ultimate. But he holds his ultimate because he's like, I got a Pantheon ult coming in, I've got a Rengar coming in from behind, I'm gonna hold my ult because this guy's gonna run, he's gonna flash, he's gonna do something tricky. I'm just gonna ult to close that gap. But just think in your head, if you're chasing Cassidon, you're not gonna kill him. If he's standing here, he can easily just jump over that wall if there's ever any danger. So he just got baited really hard there. And it was baited by himself, that was the issue. Oops, sorry. They baited himself into that fight. Go a little faster here. And for that one, I'm just gonna write, know your fights. He uses Bork there though, that's good. Just get into that habit. I don't know if he usually uses his Bork all the time, but he did miss it for like 10 minutes. He didn't. And Lego, I don't know if you're in here right now, but I don't mind doing any critiques on these. Alright, so see, that's what's gonna happen. If Cassidon doesn't want to fight, I'm gonna show you. Oh fuck, wrong one. Whoopsies. Alright, we're gonna go back. Alright, and then we're gonna fast forward. This is what happens when Cassidon doesn't want to fight you. Sorry, gotta go back again. Because I'm an asshole. This is what happens. I'm Cassidon. Hey, how are you doing? Oh fuck, there's a bunch of fuckers here. He's gone. This is what happens. You know he's not baiting. He's not gonna bait that because you're gonna leave. You're gonna give up. So he's got nothing on the string right hanging in front of your face, so you're not gonna go in. And then blah blah blah. Blitzcrank doesn't die somehow. Mr. TX gets kind of fucked over here. He's gonna wall jump. Then you cut back right there. That was a good cutback. He's just not strong enough. That's the issue. I'm gonna check how much gold he has now. 1100, so he's really not utilizing his backs. He's got all these wards, but the wards don't mean anything because he's not dropping the ward. So he could be using this slot to pick up more combat stats. I would say drop the Quicksilver Sash, sell the wards, and buy the Spirit Visage. Not Spirit Visage, Spectre's Cowl. Back when I said that, like, that was like 10 minutes ago game time. He bought the right here, the Quicksilver Sash over the Spectre's Cowl. And he hasn't gotten any gold since then. He's gotten 1100 gold, which is like borderline nothing. And we're looking at the game ending here soon because I'm not able to fast forward. But I think this is going to be the end and they're going to punch this one in. But there were a lot of chances to win this game, and just a few small decisions made by Tex right here kind of threw off his game and took him out of the fight. He was doing really well. I think it was 5-3, 5-2. Now he's 8-9 at the end of this game. So that's going to be the biggest thing I can say, is just fixing the few habits that he had that were kind of problematic for him. And I'm going to go through real quick a list of what the major issues were. Shrink that down. Check out the damage charts. I don't think his damage will be too great. It's actually pretty good. Third damage is a lot higher than I expected. I expected him to be around where the support was. But it looked like support was Lux, right? The Lux was a baller. Alright, so I was expecting the Akali to be a little higher, Lux to be a little lower. That's good. On his team, look, nobody went positive. Everybody got wrecked. But there were a few really key points in that game where the momentum changed, and it's going to snowball the whole game. Little things can snowball the game. So when you're warding on the soft invade, that's going to give you a vision advantage, and you know, he kind of fought on the soft invade. It forced him to go B, and they invaded his red. So they took his red, On his soft B, on a soft invade, if he warded instead, he would be able to see them coming into his jungle, and he wouldn't have them coming in kind of just taking whatever, so they wouldn't have taken the red possibly. That would have given him better first gank, initial gank, because he'd have red buff. And it would also take the red buff away from the Rengar and make his gank softer, so he wouldn't be able to red buff gank until he cleared his second buff count. But he got the red buff right away, which increased his clear time. He went home, shopped, and then he came back and took his second red buff, which gave him increased ganks. So that put Rengar ahead, even though he didn't utilize it, and X actually out-farmed him in the beginning, he had a lot better setup. So even though he didn't use it, if you go against someone who knows how to use it, you're gonna be in trouble. Slightly late smite doesn't seem like a big deal, but if they did get that early ward, like I said, the soft ward, and they're standing on the other side of that wall and you don't know it, and they just smite over the wall or they use a skill shot over the wall, it's gonna fuck you over. To not have that blue buff in the beginning of the game is really crucial. So timing your smites is something that I can't stress enough. Like, you'll see me miss my smites sometimes, and I get disappointed, like deep down, like, oh, I missed my fucking smite. Oh my god, I just fucked up my smite on whatever I'm doing, unless I don't care about it. And I'll be audible. If I don't care, I'll just be like, yeah, I don't care about that one. That's why I didn't smite it properly. Sometimes I care, sometimes I don't. Depends what the situation is. Staying mid to cover too long, you kind of taxed a little bit heavy. So I'd say just back off on the taxes. It's not England in the Revolutionary War here, son. You want to get some people mad at you, but that's alright. Maximize jungle clear. You skipped wolves multiple times there. That would be a big one. Just make sure you're clearing the whole camp. And something that's actually pretty good to do. Let me see if I can pull this up. Just real quick. I don't know if I'll be able to find this. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. See if I can just... I don't know where it went. Do I have intro pics? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. I have it in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Alright, so basically, let me see, I'll just pull it up on Google real quick. Alright, and I'm gonna go with the old school one here. Real quick. And file new. Okay. Alright, and I'm gonna go real quick on this. These are your basic camps. I'm gonna go blue on the camps. Camp. Oh, that's not the right color. Camp, 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 camp. And then we're gonna go green here. I'll go green because this map's fucked up color. And I'm gonna go a little thinner. See it? And this was his path. He went, well, I'm just gonna say the general path. What you're gonna do, you're gonna go to here. You're gonna clear this, and then you're gonna go to here, clear that. Then you're gonna skip over to here, do your blue, clear that. And you come, I'm gonna do, just for different colors, just to kind of simplify here. Do a purple color. After you're done clearing your blue, you're gonna take this path, and then you're gonna either go, there's a question here, question mark, gank, no gank. Then you're gonna come down here, and then you're gonna come down here. And this is gonna get you to level 4. And then you're gonna go here, question mark, gank. If there's no gank there, you're gonna go beat to the shop. And then you have to decide what you want to do. So then when you're in the shop, you're assessing your lane. So say this lane's pushed to here. I'm gonna go back again. And red's gonna be where they're pushed to. So say this lane's pushed to here. This lane's pushed to here. This lane's pushed to here. Alright? This is where they're all at. So this is the lane you want to gank, because this is where the minions are fighting. So if you want to gank top, and you know it's going to be a gank, you can start here, like run straight to here. And you can either, depending where they are, like if the person's moving up to here, then you can go straight up the back. But if they're staying right around here, you can take this camp, and you can kind of wait. I don't know if this makes sense, but hopefully you guys are following me. I know it's kind of messy to look at it afterwards. But, you do this camp, and then you loop around, and hopefully they'll be pushed up enough by then. So when you're going in for the gank also, I'm gonna pop down a ward. Use your trinket ward. Either use it here or use it here, depending where the gank is. But ward behind you, so you can see counter ganks come in. Like if they come in like this, if they come in through that path, you'll see them coming in behind you, and you'll be able to react properly. But hopefully that jungle path makes sense. It's kind of a little bit advanced, but you want to be able to clear the jungle on the way to your gank. And I'm just gonna go back. I don't know how far I can go back. That's as far as I can go back. So say you want to gank top lane, but all the lanes are pushed here, but you want to gank top. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the bottom, and you're going to go to here, because these, you just killed these. So you're going to go to the wraiths, then check mid if there's no gank. The wolves, check top, check mid, no ganks. Do this, check top, check mid, no ganks. And then if there's still no ganks, you're going to walk in here, ward here, and then take his wraith. So that's pretty much jungling. Just a quick summary of what you're going to be doing. And I know that's not really directly related to what we saw in the video earlier, the analysis, but that's just a basic jungle path. So that's just utilizing your jungle, killing as many camps as you can on your way there, and getting the most gold out of it. And also you want to gank efficiently, so you don't want to just, like for example, I can't show you because I just got. You don't want to walk from bot lane all the way to top lane to gank top. You want to go home. I'm gonna buy a couple items and make sure your top gank is as strong as you can. Make sure your smite's on cooldown. Clear camp really quick with smite. Stuff like that. The biggest thing that I saw, this is the thing that you did the most here. Okay, text. You use your W when you're traveling to give you more run speed, but you were traveling, and I highlighted it here. You're traveling, this was your path, right here. You're traveling through a heavily warded spot, and they actually saw you on this ward, potentially saw you on this ward, but they could have had any wards in here, and they didn't, so you kind of lucked out on that one. But they knew you were coming by if they saw this. Like, you could have gotten a ping or something. But you did that probably 10 times. You either W'd over top of a ward or a place where a ward should have been. And it also cancels your mana cost. Like, there's two things that using your W does. It reveals you on the map, and it cancels your stealth, and your stealth is a passive chalice that you get for free. So you get all this mana regen while you're stealthed. So that's a couple different things. Those are two reasons not to pop your W when you're not actually initiating on somebody. You're just using it to travel on heavily warded areas. Using it from the base, using your W and then running back to lane is perfectly fine. But other than that, you don't want to do it. And I got a couple different things here. Chewy invited me to a game. Cat Eye. See what Tech says. It's over. I got you. Alright. Been working on getting serviceable as a jungle. Yeah, Wolf. I'll help you out with jungling more after this, if you're interested. And another thing here, when you towered over the Kate early, that kind of snowballed the lane. It's not a huge deal, but when you towered over, you could have ulted instead of towered even. Instead of towered even, you could have ulted. But you didn't. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck that voice is. Then the next time you went bot lane, you tried to pull a dragon without your team, and it got you pretty low. You try to go back in on it. I talked about your ward path that you used. Just shifting your ward a little bit would help give you more vision on more objectives and more entrances into the jungle. And the really important thing with jungling is making sure you don't clear objectives without your team. Like, you can't just start a dragon when you're at about a third health and you were level 7 or 8, I think. And it was only 9 minutes into the game, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, just a little rusty. But starting a dragon without your team is pretty much suicide. If the dragon doesn't kill you, odds are it's warded, and it was warded the one time. Someone else is going to kill you, and then they're going to scoop up the dragon. You're basically leashing for them. You're going to avoid doing that unless you have a team. And I talked a little bit about how to organize your team to clear objectives and try to get at least one kill, and then group up and push the objectives together. Like, if you want to go bot, 3 or 4 man push the bot tower after you kill somebody, take the tower, and then break off and do dragon afterwards. And then as a group, it's going to be highly unlikely that they're going to try to initiate on you unless they have some really healthy people that are fed. So that's going to help you out. And also, you didn't have smite for about 30 seconds when you started that dragon fight. Basically, if you were able to clear it and you didn't die, you didn't have smite. Okay, so another big one is conservation stack management. I mentioned just briefly, if you're above 40 stacks, you want to clear a jungle camp before you go home or before you go for a gank. And if you're below 40 stacks, you can gank freely, you can go home, and then that gives you enough time to run back and clear another camp before you hit 80 stacks, because hitting 80 stacks is basically using or wasting gold. And I forgot what the calculation was, but I believe it was 13 gold per 10, which is better than the old Philosopher's Stone. I believe that's what the conservation stack passive is if you calculate it out to 100% utilization of all of your conservation stacks, which is really, really good. 13 gold per 10 is crazy. And let's see, clearing your buffs on time, you did pretty good most of the time, and you had some really good plays on their buffs. I saw the one blue steel was really nice, and you know, that wasn't a huge issue, but just I saw a few times where you would leave your blue up and kind of go off and do something on the side, and then they would come and scoop up your buff while you were, you know, clearing mid lane or doing whatever you're doing, and when you go back over there, it's not up for 5 more minutes. So the buffs are pretty important, and if they go into the wrong hands, like if Caitlyn got a red buff, she would start shredding you guys. She would really just break you guys. If Cassidy got a blue buff, he's gonna spam his ulti like nothing. Like, he's just gonna be popping off ultis because he stacks mana, so the blue buff is especially important to him. Another thing, you had 1600 gold and didn't make any purchase, and you had 80 conservation stacks, I'm pretty sure, so all you had to do was clear 2 camps. You would have had enough for your Bork, but instead you didn't buy anything. You didn't even buy I don't think you bought a cutlass or anything. Then you bought a cutlass after that. But just utilizing your gold. Only one time this happened, but this is also really important. Save your smite for big minions. You smited a small red lizard. Not a big deal, but just saving that. There's a few issues with using summoner spell, like using your flash a few times, but other than that, you did pretty good. Utilizing your items. I didn't see you use your Randuins at all, but you used your Bork. I'd say probably about 25% of the fights that you were in, your Bork was, on cooldown, like you used it. 75% of the time, you didn't use your Bork, and you kind of just let it sit. Either you would die or the person would get away, and your Bork would still be active. So really using your items and paying attention, like thinking ahead of time, like if I get into a fight right now, what cooldowns do I have? Am I able to kill this person? And what order am I going to use them? So you want to ult when they're high health because it's a percentage base of their current health. You want to ult when they're high health, and you want to Bork when you are low health or when they're about to disengage the fight, because that makes you run faster, makes them run slower. But say you Bork when you're full health and they're full health, you're gonna steal their health. That's fine, you're gonna do the damage, but it's not gonna heal you for anything because you're not missing any health. And then when they're starting to run, you use your ult on them, and it does 15% of their current health. And say they only have 100 health left, it's only gonna do 15 damage to them. So it's not really, you know, it has a base damage, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. So just utilizing your spell rotation and knowing when to use your abilities, thinking ahead in your head, thinking ahead of time what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. And I talked about itemization and effective health a little bit. I can go into that more if you guys want on a different thing. I don't want to eat that to death on this, but yeah, that's a pretty big one, is itemization and effective health, knowing when your magic resistant armor are pretty well balanced, and knowing what to build going into the team. Like I talked about, the Blitzcrank and the Kassadin are the 2 APs, then you have 3 ADs, and if you look at the damage, Blitz probably isn't doing too much. See, he's pretty low, but the Kassadin's up here, so he's doing damage. He can 1v1 you easily. And that's about it. Just knowing your fights, knowing who you can fight, and what cooldown you have available. So if you have all your cooldowns, you know you can fight someone. Oh, and another short thing. Something to try out. This is not by any means meta. You don't have to do this, but try out putting in Ignite instead of your Flash. She does have good mobility. Hard to get her off you once she initiates, and Ignite will help you bring some kill power to your early and mid game, and it'll help you execute some late game characters like the AD carry with a lot of lifesteal. It's really good against champions like if you go against a Rengar, if you go against like a Soraka, the Ignite's really going to help you out. Alright, cosplay cat ears optional. Cosplay cat ears. Alright, Mr. Tex, I appreciate you sticking around, being with me through all these months that you've been with me, and I'm glad to answer any questions that come up for you. I hope this helps you out. I was harsh. I mean, I wasn't really harsh, but I wrote down everything, so it's a little bit lengthy.